What's up, y'all? This is Critic, and today I'm going to be reviewing this film called Warfare. It's directed by Alex Garland. It's written by Ray Mendoza, who was a part of this event, and it stars all these upcoming actors like Will Poulter, Charles Melton, Joseph Quinn, Cosmo Jarvis, who you've seen in Shogun, Noah Centro. Every upcoming actor you can think of, they're a part of this movie. And basically this movie is about things going wrong in the war, and it's during the events during the Iraq War, which Ray Mendoza was a part of during that time. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was hesitant to see this movie because war movies are kind of tricky, right? Usually in war movies they romanticize it or make it seem, like propaganda-ish. We seen American Sniper, we seen Lone Survivor, and they make the U.S. American hero this good guy. Like, oh man, I'm a badass. I get to save the people, and these people are wrong, and I'm going through this yada yada yada. But every time I see them type of films, I just feel icky. I don't feel right about this because it's so complex. It's more than that, because we know, especially during the Iraq times, a lot of times them soldiers be doing wrong as well. And it's not just black and white. Everything happened during that wartime. It was just a senseless, useless war because this war didn't need to happen, and it happened anyway. And it led to like 100,000, 10,000, or maybe even more people to die during this time, and it was just tragic. So when I came into this film hesitant, thinking, oh, they're gonna romanticize the soldiers again, and it's not gonna be this complex situation, which is what this war really was. But I will say I came out of this movie very surprised. First thing I'm gonna tell you is that there's no music, none. The only time you hear music is from the beginning and to the end, and everything else in between that, all you hear is bullets in the ground, people screaming, and airplanes just flying through, towns and stuff in Iraq. And I was just floored seeing and hearing what I'm witnessing in the theater with this film Warfare. It is so intense, y'all. It is so horrific. I've never seen a war film so realistic like this. This film's so realistic that you watch the way these soldiers operate, and there's no quips, no back and forth going, movie dialogue. No, they don't waste no breath. They don't waste no sound. They don't waste nothing. They just be locked in the mission. And that's all they're doing this whole time, is being locked in the mission, trying to get to A to B. And it is amazing to see, because it's like, yo, they taking this seriously. This is basically like we're basically watching a POV of what the soldiers are doing during the war. Like, if you were a soldier, you wouldn't waste no time being funny or doing all this wasteless things that can harm you during this time. You will get locked in because this is life and death, and this is what they were doing, and it was crazy to see. Also, by the way, while all this is going on with the soldiers, they take over a home with a father, a wife, and his kids, and they see the horrors that is going on with this war in this one house. Bombs flying, guns blazing. It is just horrific, man. Like, it was just terrifying. Everybody was just in a bad situation during this event. And it just goes to show, like, what is the point of all this? Why are we here? How did we get into this situation? And Alex Garland reflects that in this movie. That is the biggest compliment I can give this movie, is that it shows how it's not cool, it's not fun, it is really, really bad and really scary to be in a situation where in any second you could die. And when you die, you gotta be responsible for the people that's around you, including the family that they're taking over the house. Like, that is just crazy to me, man. So yeah, it is just a bad situation to be in. Now, the performances are dope. I think the standouts to me for real, of course, is Joseph Quinn, Will Poulter, obviously, but Charles Melton. I'm trying to look for this actor real quick. Yeah, Michael Gandolfini was a highlight, and then this one actor named, I don't want to butcher his name, but his name is DeFaro Ruinate, and he's Ray Mendoza character. He stood out the most in this movie. Now, I could give away spoilers tonight, but I'm not going to do that because you need to see this film and experience it on your own. Now, it's not really like a spoilery type of movie, but it's one of the things where you have to be in the theater and experience it for yourself. You gotta see it and do it because the sound design, like I said before, is top notch, and I will guarantee you this movie is going to get nominated for best sound design because this is one of the most realistic movie sounding things I've ever witnessed in my life. Yeah, this movie was really good. I love the performances. I like that this movie is not black and white. It don't really have a message really. All it's telling you, all it's showing is the situation at hand. It starts off with these human beings, these soldiers. Everybody were just human beings having fun, doing whatever in their day-to-day lives. Then this event happened, and the most horrific thing that you ever experienced. And after that, you can get post-traumatic stress, dying, yeah, and all these horrible things just happening after that. And I'm probably not gonna ever watch this movie again, but I will think about what I just saw in this movie and thinking, damn, this war didn't need to happen, and that I don't understand how you can go into this thinking like, oh, this is badass, when you can suffer these consequences like this. So, yeah, I will give Warfare a 4 right now. Might give it a higher grade if I keep thinking about it, but for now it's a 4. So, highly recommend Warfare.